Hi there and welcome to Women Who Invest. Today's video is all about books that will expand your mind in 2022. All these books will be linked down below, so make sure you check that out. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. Written by Australian author Scott Page in 2016, The Barefoot Investor was the first book I read on finance and was a great introduction to teaching me how to look after my money and save. It is rated 4.8 out of 5 on Amazon, which is really impressive to me. And one thing that I've really taken away from this book is the idea of a barefoot date night, which basically means that once a month or whenever you choose to, you get together with yourself. I also do this with my partner, and you check in with your finances, see where your goals are at and where you're headed for the future. This book is a great foundation for finance understandings, and I would definitely recommend it. Let's just start with the fact that this book is the #1 personal finance book of all time. That astonishes me. Written over 20 years ago by Robert Kiyosaki, it continues to be a fan favorite among readers and is constantly recommended. Personally, it really made me change my perspective on what an asset and a liability are and made me prioritize my saving and investing a lot more. It follows the story of a young boy growing up with a rich dad and a poor dad and how the different perspectives changed and made him the man he is today. It is definitely a book I would recommend for 2022, and just remember that all of these are linked down below in the bio, so check that out. This book is all about how to stop doubting yourself and start living your best life. This book helped me through a very tough time in my life, and I would recommend it to anyone looking to get into self-development right now. It is honestly such an amazing book that offers great stories, advice, exercises on how to start living your best life. So make sure to check it out down below. Please remember that everyone here at Women Who Invest is a badass and has the power to change their lives. Make sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button down below so more women looking to invest can find this community. Let's get back into the video. At first, this book was not my cup of tea. It's a counterintuitive way to living life. It takes what a lot of self-development books try to tell you to do and throws it out the window. Once I realized that the main things holding me back from this book were my beliefs and values, I tried to approach it with an open mind, and it worked. It made me realize that life is already messy, so learning how to manage things while it's messy is a great way to get on top of your life instead of trying to make everything better straight away. It's a great book for self-development, and it will definitely expand your mind in 2022. This book by life coach Shana Kennedy, I hope I'm saying that correctly, is a step-by-step guide to organizing and decluttering your life. When I started using this book, it was a great way to declutter and organize my life. It also gave me a lot of space in my mind and helped a lot with my anxiety. So I would really recommend this book. It is a diary journal format, which is great. You can keep it, you can look back on it. Definitely recommend it. This was the first spiritual and self-development book that I ever read. It is by Gabrielle Bernstein, who also has an amazing YouTube and podcast, which I will definitely be linking below. It is a great way to understand getting into spiritual enlightenment in a way. Would definitely recommend it. It was a great way for me to learn a lot about my own development. This was the first audiobook that I listened to. I joined Audible, and at first I was very skeptical. I love reading hardcover books and imagining the voices in my head. However, when I joined and picked Becoming by the former First Lady Michelle Obama, I was definitely introduced to a whole new way of storytelling. It is actually narrated by the former First Lady, and it does not disappoint. Her story is filled with ups and downs and is just such an inspiring story. She is such a passionate, confident, and just an amazing woman in general, and listening to her story and having her narrate it just felt like such a pleasure in itself. It comes very recommended by me. Definitely check that out below, and make sure you listen to it on Audible, because hearing Michelle Obama narrate it herself was just an amazing experience. This is another book that I listened to with Audible. The Ride of a Lifetime is partly narrated by the author and CEO of the Walt Disney Company, Bob Iger. This book details the amazing journey and sacrifices that Bob Iger made in becoming the CEO of the Walt Disney Company. It also talks about the acquisitions of popular brands like Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and 20th Century Fox, which was definitely a big interest of mine, as I'm a big Disney fan and Star Wars fan, and I would love to be a shareholder in the Walt Disney Company one day. I'm also going to link below the Audible link. It's not sponsored. I wish. Audible, hit me up if you're keen. But I would just recommend it so much. Listening to books by the authors, it's just a whole nother experience. I think at the moment they do have a 30-day free trial, so make sure you check that out, and make sure you listen to Becoming by Michelle Obama and The Ride of a Lifetime by Bob Iger. Think and Grow Rich was written by Napoleon Hill and focuses on 25 years of research on how the rich became rich. It focuses on if we can have a wealth mindset, then we can become wealthy. This is a great beginner book, and I would definitely recommend it to expand your mind in 2022. The Alchemist is a fantasy book. I know. We never thought a fantasy book was making it on this list, but this book has underlying truths in it that can be applied to life. It is a great, easy, and amazing read for someone that's looking for maybe a lighter read than a heavy on self-development book. It made me make massive changes in my life and really motivated me to move forward and chase what I want. That brings us to the end of this video on books that can expand your mind in 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date when I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. As always, keep investing in yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.